What is up, everybody? Okay, so today we're actually gonna rank every single platinum that I got before I deleted my PlayStation account and sold it. Yes, it's a sad story. Anyways, I've only got how much? Around 12? Think so, yeah. So not that much. We're gonna use the site PSN profiles to also check how good these platinum are. So we got best, good, decent, boring, and we don't talk about it. So that's for the last one. Let's start off with Horizon Zero Dawn. That's actually my first platinum. And because it's my first platinum, it meant so much to me and it started my platinum journey. And if we look at the trophies right here, they're actually really good trophies, like perform stealth kills on 10 machines. So they're like kind of basic trophies, but if I remember correctly, there was some collectible trophies which were good as well. Scaled all of the Tornex, so doing everything gives you trophies, and I'm a completionist, so I like that I'm getting trophies for literally doing 100% of one thing. And then as you can see, found the wooden effigy. So these are just collectibles really. So all the trophies were really good. There's nothing bad really, and the game itself is actually really fun and very underrated. So I'm gonna put this as best, no doubt about it. Next up, we got Spiderman. Now, I kid you not, Spiderman could have made my first platinum, but when I first played it, I didn't have all the suits, but I had to replay at one point, and as you can see, it says 2 years and 5 months, but it would have been way shorter. Either way, this is one of my favorite games of all time. It is so fun. The trophies itself are just so fun, you know what I mean? Completing like 100% is a trophy, so I like that. When games include 100% completion as a trophy, you know you gotta respect it, and then doing all of these challenges and blah blah, doing the story. It's really fun, basically. Greet 10 citizens, like trophies like this itself, it's just fun. Then for the collectibles, you don't need to do all the collectibles for this trophy, but then if you want to do the 100%, then you gotta. This one, Sticky and Tricky, was very fun. Chain for unique tricks. I had to search that one up because I didn't really know what it meant. And then pay respect at Bedrock's grave, so that's basically like an Easter egg. It's really fun. I like trophies like that, so this one goes up to best straight away. Now we have Miles Morales. Okay, so Miles Morales, I can't lie, it's pretty much the same as Spider-Man, but I don't like it as much. And here's why. I personally think the story was kind of weak and very predictable, which you could say the same about the last one as well, but if you don't know anything about Spider-Man, you wouldn't say it's predictable. Whereas this one, they just tell you who the villain is from the start, they make it so obvious. But it also had pretty much the same trophies. Pay respect at Jefferson Davis' grave. So yeah, that was decent, I guess, you know what I mean? Because it's pretty much the same thing, just, in my opinion, a little bit less fun. And then I didn't really like the whole Christmas theme and everything, mainly because I feel like there was just way more sun in the first game and it was just a lot more fun. So I'm just going to put it in good. It's still very good, don't get me wrong, it's just not on the level. Next up, we got Dreaming Sarah, which is a very, very strange game. Let me pull it up right now. So this is basically like a pixelated game where I guarantee without a guide, you will not complete this game. I get that the whole thing is supposed to be her dreaming, but it was so confusing. Honestly, all these, like, yes, a lot of people got them, and as you can see by the percentage, but I'm pretty sure people only got these because they actually looked at a guide. Also, this game was like very cheap. It was less than $5, so that's why I got it. But was it fun? It was alright. I like the small stuff that I have. For example, magnifying glass, paint bucket, umbrella. You can just change your appearance and like make yourself small, like hover around. Then the secrets are so trash. I remember having to do the moon bunny twice. When I did this with the guide, I think I got secret 4 and 5 before all the other ones. So I did this in wrong order, but like I just wanted to finish this quickly because it was so confusing. And the reason why it's confusing is because they don't really tell you what to do. So I'm just gonna put it as decent. Not because it's tough or anything, because it's not that fun either. Next up, we got Walking Dead. Now, I really love the third Walking Dead. I think it's actually the best written Walking Dead game. However, that doesn't mean I think it's the best by any means, but it is still very good. As you can see, you just have to play the game. So that's the worst part about it. You just have to play the game, finish the game. But at the end of the day, it's still a very good game. It's still very fun. Well, because the trophies are so basic and simple, I have to put this in decent. Sorry. Next up, we got Spyro. Ooh, I really like Spyro. Honestly, this game was very different for me, like, in terms of all the other games I've played. It's more like a fresh breath of air. So yeah, I really liked it, and I really like the trophies as well. collect all gems in Gnassy's loot. That was like, I think that was the hardest one because you have to open Gnassy's loot. Oh my god. And then this one, this one was a missable. So every time I didn't do this missable, I had to restart, kill myself, restart. That's the trophy that I didn't like. But I do like all these like little like hidden trophies. Should I call them hidden? Because I don't know if they're hidden or not. Gate free the trapped chicken. Like you don't know where this is, but it's just in one of the levels. For example, here, this one, launch date. Jump off every supercharge ramp and tree jump. I didn't even know some of the supercharge ramps were there. So I really like the trophies on this one. I think it's definitely a platinum I'm proud of. However, I wouldn't say it's best because the game itself, it kind of got frustrating and having like all these lives and falling off and stuff. So I'm going to put it as good. And also when I replayed it, I didn't really fully replay it, but when I looked at it again, it was like, it's not that good. It's not that good. Shadow of Mordor. I've changed my mind about Shadow of Mordor. If I'm being honest, I don't really like it that much. Here's why. At first I loved it and I completed it like straight away. It's one of the only games where I've just sat down, finished it without really switching to other games. The reason I say it's not that good because first of all, the graphics are kind of dead, even for its time. The story was kind of basic, that's just my opinion. The gameplay was repetitive, but it was fun though, I can't lie, it was fun. And I love that it's, you know, linked to Lord of the Rings and we got to see Gollum. But that was sick. But the trophies, I can't lie, the trophies are good. Because some of the trophies are basically like myth-busting slash experiments that you wouldn't really think of. And you'd be like, oh, that's kind of interesting, like brand all 5 war chiefs. That's pretty fun actually. Kill 5 war chiefs before any Uruk takes their place. So these, you kind of have to grind a little bit, but it's not that much. Brand 5 bodyguards of a war chief, turning them against him in combat. That one is probably my favorite one. And obviously, only few people have done that. The reason why it's fun is because it's a nice little experiment. And then I tried to do the DLC and I just thought, you know what, the game's actually dead, you know what, I'm not trying to do the DLC. And then the Bride Lord, I didn't even start the Bride Lord, but I'm sure it's better than this boring ass DLC. So overall the game is not really that good. That's just my opinion though. And does that make the Platinum also not good? I'm gonna have to put it on at the top of decent. At the top of decent. Because I just don't think it deserves to be put down in good, but it's still good. Anyways, Destroy All Humans. Destroy All Humans. This is actually the only PS2 game that I've platinumed. So this is the oldest game I've platinumed, but not the first game by any means. I'm gonna say this straight off the bat. I love this game. But the platinum, it wasn't time consuming, but it was very grindy. Achieve over 100% completion, like that one is grindy. Tip 100 cows over, that one is very kill 1,000 humans solid. All of these where it requires you to do this and do that. This one's missable by the way, assume for the identity, so that's hard. And then this one is the hardest of all. I don't know how people have done this. Extract 250 brains from living humans. I should have started with this one. Because this one, what it does is actually, you can use this gun to help you out, and I didn't know. And it also counts as a kill, so it would have made my life much easier. But overall, oh yeah, I had to use cheats for some of the missions because the gameplay for this is, you know, it's so old up to a point where I can't really play it that well on a PS4. But there's more like infinite thinking and stuff like that. Because that bar was just, like everything is just too grindy, you know what I mean? Getting all these DNAs and stuff. Look at this trophy. Collect 50,000 DNA without using the brains cheat. Well, I used the brains cheat to get upgrades on my weapon, but then obviously I switched it off, realizing that I can't use that cheat. So overall, I am gonna put it as best, just because it was challenging and it was fun at the same time. I feel like this is a hidden gem no one talks about. Next up, we got Assassin's Creed Origins. Honestly, my favorite Assassin's Creed game, and I think from the ones I've played, I haven't even planned any other besides this one. I was trying to plan Odyssey. I think it's really good. One thing I would say about the game, it's empty as fuck. I don't like to swear, but it is so empty. The way the map works in that game is just not good. No one can argue with me about that because you explore places and there's levels and stuff. Then you get to like around level 50 and you start going to these high level places and then you realize there's literally nothing there to do. So why didn't I just go there from the first place? Why? Because the game says it's a difficult place even though there wasn't no enemies in that place. So I didn't really like that. But the story was solid. Like, let's just say it's fun to play. But it wasn't the best by any means. The trophies, however, the trophies were amazing. This one's really nice. Feed a predator with a corpse. It's something like you don't really do when you're playing, but then you're like, you know what, it's pretty sick. And then this one comes by itself. Kill 3 enemies with 1 hit. Also something pretty cool. Bring a tamed lion to a crocodile. I had to search up a guide, like, where on earth am I gonna find a crocodile lion? Plus, like, interesting stuff like that, it is fun. And then this one, forcing kind of the player to take pictures, because I really like photography in games. And then this one, complete all locations. That was probably my favorite trophy in this because I'm a completionist and I love when the game rewards me for it. I know in Odyssey I was doing all the question marks and it was so repetitive. Also, this one here was repetitive itself. But at least I got trophy. Next up, we got The Walking Dead. If I remember this correctly, you just have to play the game. So I am going to be honest with you, the game is fun. There's also a DLC pack, which was very interesting because it kind of leads up to the next game. So the DLC, I would say, was fun. The game itself was fun. Like, the story was good. It was very emotional, especially towards the end. Like, actually had me tearing up, I can't lie. But is the game, amazing by any means? No, it's like, the game is great. It won Game of the Year, but the trophies for it was so basic. Next up, we got Wolf Among Us. Now, you might be thinking, I'm going to put this in decent as well because it's a Telltale. Let's just look at the trophies right now. Because The Wolf Among Us, it is my favorite Telltale game. And also, the thing I love about this, it kind of makes you do multiple playthroughs. You don't have to. I'm pretty sure like there's guides where it says do one playthrough, but there's so many missable. Like there's so many missable up to the point where you're gonna have to make saves and do that. But I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed seeing the different outcomes. Like usually I'd search up on YouTube, sure, but here like kind of made me do it myself. And all the trophies really were kind of like all the different outcomes were kind of interesting. Like I think in terms of choices, this is probably the best Telltale they've ever made, and easily one of the most fun. So therefore, I'm gonna put it in good. Next up, we got Ghost of Tsushima. I don't even know how to say it. Tsushima? I don't even know. Now, if I remember this correctly, this was frustrating because there was these meditating point where you can only do after you finish the game, and I didn't know that. I like to kind of, let's just say, complete all areas of the game 100% and then complete the last mission. You know what I mean? So I was kind of playing it like that. In terms of story, it was very entertaining. I wouldn't say a good story really. It's good, but not great. I think Spiderman, Horizon, games like Red Dead have much better story, Witcher, you know what I mean? I don't think it's on this level, but the quests were very fun. Let's just say that. The game's probably my favorite combat in any game. So in terms of game, I would say it goes in the best tier because it's superior to all these other ones. However, the trophies, I would say the trophies are worth being up there because you just have to do collectibles, fight, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? It is fun. Unfortunately, I haven't done the DLC. Very unfortunate because I actually did play it. I just didn't finish it. I thought I'd do it on stream. I ended up selling my PlayStation. It is very fun. It's definitely one of the games where you kind of want to complete everything and then in the end you still get a trophy. Like you're not completing it for the trophy, you're completing it because it's fun. So therefore it goes to Tsushima, it goes in best. But I'm gonna put it low best because I do think it just about goes above Miles Morales. So none of these are actually boring. Maybe I'll put this one in boring, but actually this one was kind of boring. I'm pretty sure I would have quit the game if it wasn't for the guide. Okay, next up, I hid this one from my profile because I was ashamed of it. Let's just look at this. 99%. Then this is 89. Reach 50 points, 150, 300, 800. It's so easy. And here's the thing. This would have been more challenging if you start from 0 every time you die. But no, they just said you 50 back. So it's so bad. We don't talk about it. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, be sure drop me a like. You don't have to. But also, I wouldn't ask you to subscribe if you're interested in platinums because I'm not going to platinum any more game because I don't have a PlayStation. So yeah, peace out. Have a nice day.